Alright, so hey guys, Max Hollett. Now before we crack into this video, I just want to say that the audio in this video is really shit because my dictaphone didn't work, the thing that's on my lap throughout this video, it didn't work, so I have to use the GoPro audio, which is going to be a bit shit. But if anyone knows anything about the iGeek dictaphone, please let me know in the comments or contact me via email or something, just because I don't know how to use it. Anyway, let's crack on.
Alright, so guys, Max Hollett, today we're going to do Premier League predictions. Now, new setup, I know, out in my garden. I didn't want to record a video in my room because it's just shit in there, you know, just there. Hello. Sorry, you're going to see my cats about in the background. There's one down there, one over there, one down there, I think. So yeah, that's just it. But yeah, we're going to be doing Premier League predictions, and this video is going to be out on the Saturday. So I'm going to have to predict the Arsenal Brentford game. Yeah, Arsenal Brentford on Friday. I'm going to predict. Well, as you can see, one sec. It's Wednesday the 11th, and it's on Friday. I'm going to predict a 2-1 win for the Gunners. Don't know if that's what's going to happen, but you know, we move. Anyway, we're going to go from 20th to 1st, and then we'll do top scorer, top assister, top save, Golden Glove, biggest flop, biggest surprise. Right, let's get into it. Alright, so 20th is going to be pretty boring. I've gone for Norwich. Now, it's probably really obvious. They haven't signed many players. They sold Buendia, I think about a month ago or something, and that was probably their talisman to get them back up, to get them that first place finish in the Championship. So I think they're going to lose a lot of games. They're going to get that 5 wins, I reckon. They're going to be worse than 19th, obviously, because of the stream. But yeah, Norwich 20th. 19th, I'm going to say Brighton, and it may come as a surprise considering with their interesting football. But you know, interesting football isn't going to get always going to get you wins, and it doesn't always for Graham Potter. He's like Pep Guardiola at Barca without the wins and the trophies. Now I'm going to say they're going to finish 19th, but they'll probably go straight back up after next season if they do relegate. Hopefully, I'm not a big fan of Graham Potter's football, but I do like a few Brighton players like Aaron Connolly and who's their goalkeeper? Sanchez. He's decent. It's weird. He's gone from playing Forest Green Rovers to first team football at Brighton. My cat's pissing me off. Meow. Come on, just say hello. Come on, Fred. Say hello. 18th may come as a surprise, but I mean, for some people it probably won't. Southampton. Now they've just sold their talisman Danny Ings to Aston Villa, and I hope he does well, and I hope Aston Villa do well this season, even if they do beat Arsenal about 50 times, well, twice. But yeah, they've just sold their main source of goals, and they're going to go on a poor run of form at the start of the season, lose James Ward-Prowse in January, probably to Villa, because he's probably the main man for them in midfield. I reckon he'll fit the bill. I don't know what that's saying. He'll fit their needs for a midfielder, like Ross Barkley last season. He'll be like that. But after that poor run of form at the start of the season, they're going to lose Ward-Prowse and end up sacking Hasenhüttl. Is his name Ralph Hasenhüttl? I think so. Ralph Hasenhüttl around February, I reckon, after they lose Ward-Prowse and then all of their goals are gone. Right, 17th, I've gone for Brentford. Now, this may come as a surprise because they are quite favoured. They are favours to go down. If anyone disagrees with me here, they'll probably switch Brighton with Brentford. But hear me out, alright? I'm a big fan of Brentford. Ivan Toney, he is a good source of goals, and something that Brighton doesn't have is a good source of goals, like a good source of goals. He'll probably get like 10-15 goals this season, hopefully. I'm a big fan of him. I hope he comes to Arsenal. I mean, he'll probably won't get played, no Mikel Arteta. He'll probably still play Willian over him, even though Willian's a right wing. I don't know where I'm going at here. But yeah, if they do sign a few more players, I have 100% faith that they'll finish 17th or just get relegated maybe. They won't come last, that's what I'm saying. But yeah, Brentford 17th. 16th have gone for Watford. Now, their manager isn't very good, but knowing Watford managers, Watford owners, they'll probably sack him and bring in they'll bring in a good manager. They'll sign a good tactical manager who's like not got a job at the time. I think his name's like X something, I don't know, X Hacker.
Ex-hacker.
But yeah, they've got a lot of good players. They've got Ben Foster in goal. I think he's a good goalkeeper. Finished his last season off at Watford with not promotion, staying up, avoiding relegation. They've got Ismail Assar. Don't know how he's still at Watford, but you know, it'll be good for them. But yeah, Watford 16th. 15th have gone for Burnley. Pretty boring, but you know, Burnley's football's not nice, but it gets the job done. Sean Dyche will stay, obviously. They won't sack him. Burnley's owners will actually have some form of brain, unlike Watford's owners. They just sack them whenever they look at them funny. I bet if I got a job at Watford, pissed in their tea, I probably could sack. Put like a bit too much milk in their tea, they'd probably sack me. But you know, yeah, Burnley's style of football is not nice, but it'll do the job and keep them up. Just like last season, where they were looking at getting relegated, and he scored like 6 goals by December, but they stayed up, didn't they? So you know, 15th, 14th have gone for Crystal Palace. Now it's going to be a shaky start to Patrick Vieira's reign at Crystal Palace. Hopefully it lasts a while. I'm a big fan of Patrick Vieira. Obviously, he's part of the Invincibles. Don't know how he is as a manager. I think at Nice, I believe he didn't do a very good job. I think he fell out with Mario Balotelli, but it's not really hard to, is it? They've signed that Mikel Olise, I think I pronounced his name, from Reading. Now he was quite good. I don't know. I think I saw a Bayern Munich rumour, but they sign every young Englishman. Well, the Bundesliga teams sign every young Englishman, you know, with some form of potential, and then sell them for a profit, and then you know, they turn out really good. Like Santo, who's gone to Man United. If Zaha stays if he's still there by January, I reckon they'll be 14th. Even though Zaha probably won't be. No one wants him. He's like nearly 30. He's a good player, but he's nearly 30. But yeah, 14th. 13th have gone for Wolves. They've had a bit of a stinker recently. The last 2 seasons. The last season. The season before that, they finished 7th. They had a stinker last season with Raul Jimenez getting injured. Sorry, mate. Losing Diego Jota was a very big hit, and Pedro Neto's done well, but you know, he's not filled the boots yet. I reckon maybe this season he'll perform well, but yeah, Wolves won't do as well as they did 2 seasons ago. 13th. 12th have gone for Newcastle, pretty standard. I think they finished there last season. Steve Bruce is a good manager, but he'll keep them up. Obviously, 12th is actually quite comfortable for Newcastle. They've got Joe Linton, but they've also got Callum Wilson. He's a good source of goals, 10 goals a season maybe. But they're quite strong at the back. As long as they don't play Darlow as much, Bruce needs to play Dubravka more. Even though Dubravka was injured last season, they played Darlow. If he gets injured again and they play Darlow, stop playing Darlow when Dubravka's back, because fuck's sake, they want to ruin my video, my chickens. Ignore them, okay? Yeah, if Dubravka doesn't get in, Dubravka doesn't get injured and plays well, and they don't have to play Darlow as much. I know he's a good player, but he's only a few months younger, and they think that he's this new up and coming talent. He's like a year younger than Darlow. But yeah, 12th for Newcastle. 11th have gone for Everton, which may be a surprise, considering Rafa Benitez is quite an experienced coach. But he spent the last few seasons out in China, trying to avoid relegation with Dalian Lafang. So, you know, I don't think he's good as he was back in the 2000s and 2010s with Liverpool, Newcastle. He's quite good with them. And who else? Real Madrid was decent with them. He did get sacked, but you know, it's not hard at Real Madrid. But yeah, it's going to be a rocky first season for Rafa Benitez, and I'm finishing 11th. No, I'm not finishing 11th. Everton are finishing 11th. 10th have gone for Leeds, same as last season. As long as if they don't have second season syndrome and completely bottle it, I don't think Marcelo Bielsa's like that. He'll keep it steady, keep the good football up. He's like Graham Potter, but can win games. But yeah, Leeds are gonna, let's say 10th again. I'm gonna pick KFC in a minute, they're pissing me. Leeds are going to do well. Rafinha, Brentford, they signed the third pro from Barcelona, who's going to be a replacement for that. Alioski, I think that's what his name is. But yeah, 10th League. 9th one for Aston Villa, which is, I can't remember off the top of my head if it's below or above. I know it's above, they finished like 11th, 12th. Thank you. Yeah, 9th for Aston Villa because they've signed Danny Ings, they've got Liam Bailey, they've got Buendia, but they have lost Jack Grealish. Hopefully they can keep up them goals and assists that they were being given by him last season, even though like I think they're going to take a hit from the goals, but you know, hopefully they do well. I'm a big fan of their squad, and Ian Smith is actually a decent manager. I thought he was going to get relegated last season, and probably get so. But yeah, 9th for Aston Villa. 8th, now this may come as a surprise, considering I'm an Arsenal fan. West Ham. I got you there, didn't I? Yeah. I probably think Arsenal are going to finish 8th, but you know, I want West Ham to finish 8th, and you know, just because change of pace for Arsenal. You know, well, yeah, West Ham. They haven't signed many players. I have my reasoning, obviously. West Ham, they haven't signed many players. Yeah, West Ham finish 8th. David Moyes is an alright manager, but they need to sign a good midfielder that can score goals and serve goals, like Jesse Lingard last season, because they didn't manage to sign him on a permanent deal, which is disappointing considering Jesse Lingard is actually a good player, just rots on Man United's bench. 7th, I've gone for Tottenham, just because I want them to finish below us. I fucking hate Tottenham, they're a bunch of natchers. Nuno Espirito Santo, he's going to struggle in his first season at Spurs, considering it's a lot of, this may be controversial, but it's a bigger club than Wolves. That's not controversial, it's true. And he's having to fill big boots from Ryan Mason, magic, from Jose Mourinho, who didn't do too well last season, got knocked out by Dynamo Zagreb, wasn't it, in the Europa League, and I mean, they'll probably win the Conference League, which isn't hard. But you know what, Espirito Santo doesn't have his Portuguese mafia, you could call them, that he did have at Wolves. I think he started to bring some Argentinian players like Romero, he's got Lo Celso as well, and maybe he might start up an Argentinian mafia. But yeah, 17th. I've already done that. 17th was Brentford. Yeah, 7th Tottenham. 6th I've gone for Arsenal. I'm not having them any higher. They're either going to finish 6th or 8th. I mean, that's one that I would swap probably. But yeah, we're looking exciting in the transfer market. Sorry, I can't say that with a straight face. We signed a few youngsters. We sold Joe Willett, which I think is going to be a massive blow. Even though we didn't play much last season because we went out on loan to Newcastle, and we sold to Newcastle. That's another reason why Newcastle do well. The only reason why I'm saying 6th is because I support them. If I wasn't an Arsenal fan, I'd probably put them between 8th and 7th. Between 10th and 7th, if I'm honest. Well, I think of it. Why did I put them 6th? I'm not sure. We signed that new goalkeeper who conceded a howler in pre-season, but maybe last season was just a blip. And the season before was just a blip. And I think Mikel Arteta will get it together, hopefully, after a rocky first 2 seasons. He'll bounce back and come 6th. I know it's not really glorious, but he'll get Europa League football, hopefully, which we're missing this season for like the first time in a long time, like 50 years, wasn't it? I don't know. But okay. 6th. 5th I've gone for Liverpool, which might be controversial considering Leicester always bottle the Champions League, but I just don't think Klopp's got it in him to finish 4th. I think Leicester have a very strong team, and will, like, on the last day of the season, it will go between Leicester and Liverpool to finish 4th. Leicester will finish there. That's my 4th place anyway. I'll say more about that in a minute. But yeah, Liverpool, they have a good team, but they need to. Their main 3 strikers, Salah, Firmino, and Mane, are all turning 30. Now they can still do it in their 30s, but will they? That's the question. well, honestly, I'm a big fan of Klopp's football at Liverpool. I hope they do finish higher, but in reality, I think Liverpool are going to finish fifth. Fourth have gone for Leicester because they've kept hold of Maddison. They've signed that Patterson Daka. I really like him. I think he's going to be a really good player for them. I think he's the perfect replacement for when Jamie Vardy retires. Maybe this season, maybe next season, who knows. But yeah, him and Iheanacho, if they don't play Vardy, would actually be quite good, because Iheanacho has actually finally gotten good, because I think in the Community Shield, I know it was only one game, but oh shit, I thought the man in Burpee. I know it was only one game, but he won the game for them. I mean, he got hacked down in the box by Ake, which was just stupid. I don't know why they bought him, if I'm honest. I don't know why they bought Ake. But my black cat, what are you doing? Go away. But yeah, I think if Daka performs and does as well as he did in Salzburg, they're going to finish fourth, with Patterson about 20 goals, I reckon. Third, now this is a controversial one, I'll go for Chelsea. But if I'm honest, any of the top three clubs that I've had in the top three are going to win, literally. Because Lukaku signed for Chelsea. I don't know if that's finalised yet as of the 11th, but he's highly rumoured to join them. I think he's completed their medical. Jack Grealish has signed for City, and Santo has signed for United. And them three players, them three could do it for all three clubs. Kind of. Lukaku could perform very well and ultimately win the league for Chelsea. So could Grealish for City and Sancho for United. But you know, I reckon it's probably going to go down to the last day of the season between the three clubs, which is going to be a banger, really exciting. As a football fan, even though I am an Arsenal fan, which won't be exciting for me, considering two out of the top three are our main rivals. But you know, yeah, I think Chelsea will finish third only because they have Werner at the minute, and I know he's probably a nice person, and I've seen some interviews that he's had, and he's a really nice guy. But last season he was a bit shaky. Hopefully this season he picks up full form. If he does, him and Lukaku, deadliest duo in Europe, I reckon, and they'll finish first. But if he doesn't, third. Second, now this is really controversial. On for Man City. Now this will mean that Man United will win their first Premier League in a while, I think. But yeah, Man City aren't winning. I reckon Pep's going to bench Grealish and bring him on as an impact sub, which is just going to ruin his morale, considering he's the most expensive player in Premier League history. They don't actually have a striker either. They have Gabriel Jesus, but he's not capable to fill the boots of Aguero's yet. He's a good player. Don't get me wrong. He's been a good player since he joined City, but he's been an impact sub, and they're not going to be able to bring him on as an impact sub if they don't actually have someone to sub him off for as a striker who's like Aguero. And don't get me wrong, if they sign a striker, I know it's the 11th today, if they sign a striker between now and deadline day, they'll finish first, but if they don't, they'll finish second. If they signed Messi, they probably would have won the league. But yeah, Messi's gone to PSG. What do you guys think about that? I'm speaking to you, can't listen to me. First place, Man United. This is controversial because... Oh, hello. Yeah, Man United first. No, this is controversial because David De Gea is far out of his prime, so they're going to have to play Henderson, and I think he's a goalkeeper. So hopefully, if he stays in form, best keeper in the league. Hopefully. Sancho is a very good signing for them. They've been trying to sign him for about a year, and I'm glad they have. He can actually fit into the Prem team now and get agreement with Vardy. And they've also signed for Varane, which is something I never saw. I never think he'd ever leave Real Madrid. They're going to struggle without Sergio Ramos and Varane, considering them two at the back were beautiful. Alright, so now let's go on to top scorer. Top scorer, who do you pick over? I think it's going to be Romelu Lukaku, if he does actually sign. I don't know if he's actually signed yet, but if he does sign, Romelu Lukaku is the top goal scorer in the Premier League this season. Top assister, probably be Son or Salah. Golden Glove will be Henderson or Ederson. A biggest surprise, I think Werner. I'm going to say Werner, even though if he does show up, I think Werner will be the biggest surprise this season. Biggest flop. This is a dodgy one. If Danny Ings keeps up the consistency he did at Southampton, then it's not going to be Danny Ings. But if he doesn't, then it's going to be Danny Ings. I think the biggest flop this season is probably going to be Kunate. I don't think he's going to be a very good centre back for Liverpool. He's good in the Bundesliga, but just like Werner, he'll flop this season. But next season he'll shine. He also has to fill in big boots for Joe Gomez and Van Dijk if they get injured again. But yeah, thanks for watching this video, guys. I've got to go up because I've got chicken nuggets and pasta for dinner. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video. Peace.